On March 3, 2011, the Jewish Chronicle announced the discovery of dozens of lead books from Jordan.
In the heart of Jordan, a remarkable discovery has captured the imagination of scientists and historians alike. 70 small lead and copper books, no larger than credit cards, have been unearthed, sparking intense curiosity and debate. These miniature volumes, bound by metal rings, contain mysterious inscriptions and symbols that might shed new light on the life of Christ. However, the journey to unlock their secrets is fraught with challenges. Many of the books remain sealed, and questions about their authenticity loom large. Despite these hurdles, the potential insights they could offer into the early Christian faith are tantalizing. Imagine the excitement of Christian scholars and historians as they begin to delve into these ancient texts. Early analyses have already uncovered symbols, images, and words that seem to reference the crucifixion and resurrection of the Messiah. Could these books provide new perspectives on Christianity's origins? Join us as we embark on a fascinating exploration of these ancient artifacts. Discover the significance they might hold in unraveling the mysteries of early Christian history and their profound implications for both believers and skeptics alike. The tiny books, already poised to reshape Christian history much like the Dead Sea Scrolls did in 1947, are a fascinating find. While their primary purpose remains elusive, the inscriptions reveal intriguing names such as Jesus and Simon. This Simon might be either the man who aided Christ in carrying the cross or Simon Bar Kokhba, the leader of a significant rebellion against Rome in 135 CE. Historians regard these books as ancient artifacts, possibly dating back thousands of years. Referred to as codices, these books now have a dedicated Wikipedia entry. The presence of symbols, religious names, and numerous sealed volumes has led scholars to speculate that they might be the lost codices from the Book of Revelation. Discovered in a remote Jordanian cave, this area has previously yielded important documents, as it was once a refuge for Christians fleeing the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. Prior discoveries included tablets, artifacts, scrolls, and an incense bowl. No one anticipated finding a book that could illuminate the existing Christian scriptures further. Join us as we delve into the mystery and significance of these ancient codices, exploring their potential to transform our understanding of Christian history. Symbols of palm trees and the Jewish menorah found within these tiny books add to their enigmatic allure. Inscribed in Paleo-Hebrew, a language that predates Christ by a millennium, the metallic pages also contain lines of Aramaic, the language widely spoken during Jesus' time. The presence of these two languages suggests a significant time gap between the inscriptions. Additionally, deeper scholarly analysis has uncovered snippets of Greek characters, further complicating the timeline and origins of these texts. Hope for deciphering the texts grew when Dr. Samuel Zinner, a member of the evaluation panel, identified two unusual Hebrew characters crucial for interpreting the writings. These characters, set out on a grid, could be read in multiple directions: diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. This breakthrough enabled the team to successfully read portions of the texts. As researchers delved deeper, they uncovered more Jewish symbols: 7 branched lamps, a bowl of temple offerings, 8 pointed stars, and a cross tilted diagonally. Amidst these symbols lay a stunning revelation, a portrait of Jesus, potentially the first of its kind. This image, depicting the Messiah crowned with thorns, is speculated to have been drawn by someone who lived during Jesus' earthly lifetime. Near this portrait, an inscription reads clearly, "Savior of Israel." These discoveries have captured the attention of scholars and enthusiasts alike, as the tiny books offer unprecedented insights into early Christianity. Join us as we explore the significance of these ancient codices and their potential to reshape our understanding of Christian history. Scholars found the depiction of the 7 branched lamps among the most stunning representations in the tiny books. This sacred object used in Jewish worship is typically forbidden from depiction by Jews. Its presence was restricted to the Holy of Holies in the temple, viewable only by the high priest. The fact that it appears in these books, drawn by someone other than the high priest, puzzled researchers. They speculate that the 7 branched menorah's presence may have led to many of the books being sealed, as it contained a forbidden image not meant for public eyes. David Elkington, who photographed these books extensively, made headlines in March 2011 with his claims about their significance. He described the discovery as potentially the most important in Christian history. Although the exact dates of the books have yet to be verified, if authenticated, they could represent some of the earliest Christian writings, predating even the letters of Apostle Paul. Elkington expressed his awe, saying it was breathtaking to think they might be holding objects once held by the early saints of the church. However, Elkington's excitement was met with skepticism. Many questioned the authenticity of the books, doubting whether they genuinely originated from the first century and were created by people who lived during that era. Despite this, the potential these tiny books hold for shedding light on early Christian history is undeniable. Join us as we continue to explore the mystery and significance of these ancient codices, uncovering the secrets they hold and their potential to revolutionize our understanding of Christian origins. Leading the skeptics were the Jordanian authorities, who had encountered similar types of books in Cairo and Libya, often sold online or used as mere souvenirs. They dismissed these lead books as forgeries, even mocking the discovery by spreading tales among the locals that they were found by a grandfather in a cave. Given the widespread skepticism, particularly regarding the book's authenticity, a rigorous method was needed to verify their age and origin. All 70 lead books were subjected to scientific testing. This typically involves several methods, including radiocarbon dating, carbon-14 dating. While lead itself cannot be dated using radiocarbon methods, organic materials associated with the books, such as any remnants of parchment or plant-based inks, could be dated. Metallurgical analysis, examining the composition of the lead to determine its isotopic signature, which can help trace the lead to a specific mine known to have been used in antiquity. Patina analysis, studying the natural corrosion products on the lead surfaces, which can indicate the age of the corrosion and, consequently, the time since the books were last manipulated or created. Stylistic and linguistic analysis, comparing the script, symbols, and artistic styles used in the inscriptions with known examples from the relevant historical periods. X-ray fluorescence, XRF. Spectroscopy, to analyze the elemental composition of the lead and any other materials used in the books, which can provide clues about their age and origin. These tests would help to establish whether the materials and methods used in the creation of the books are consistent with those from the first century. If the results confirm their antiquity, it would be a significant step toward proving their authenticity and potentially revolutionizing our understanding of early Christian history. Metal books, revealed to be older than 100 years. The tiny books were on the verge of being dismissed as forgeries when a group of 9 dedicated scholars intervened, determined to verify their significance. They recognized the potential importance of this rare archaeological find and couldn't allow it to be overlooked. This group comprised 3 former presidents of the Society for Old Testament Study, metallurgists, and linguists. An evaluation panel was established to review the results of the tests conducted on these metallic books, chaired by Robert Hayward, Professor Emeritus of Hebrew at the University of Durham. The team embarked on a thorough investigation, organizing a series of tests on the tiny books. The primary focus was to determine the age of the metal, as this would provide crucial evidence about the time period during which the inscriptions were made. The key test involved measuring the active radiation of the metal. If the metal exhibited no active radiation, it would indicate that it was not a product of the modern era. Professor Webb, one of the scientists conducting the tests, explained that lead naturally contains a radioactive isotope that decays slowly after mining. By measuring the levels of this isotope, they could estimate the age of the lead. Additionally, lead can be reactivated from radioactive polonium present in the air, which provided further means of dating the metal. Key findings from the tests: radiocarbon dating, indirect. Although radiocarbon dating directly on lead is not possible, any organic residues or associated materials were subjected to radiocarbon dating to provide contextual evidence. Metallurgical analysis. The composition and isotopic signature of the lead were analyzed to trace it back to ancient mining sources. The results showed that the metal was indeed ancient, consistent with being over 100 years old. Patina analysis. The corrosion products on the lead surfaces were studied to determine the age of the patina. The findings indicated a long period of natural corrosion, further supporting the antiquity of the books. X-ray fluorescence, XRF, spectroscopy. This analysis confirmed the elemental composition of the lead, matching it with known ancient sources and techniques. Stylistic and linguistic analysis. The script, symbols, and artistic styles were compared with known examples from relevant historical periods. The inscriptions were consistent with those from ancient times, adding credibility to their authenticity. The collective evidence from these tests confirmed that the tiny books were indeed ancient, with the metal dating back over 100 years and possibly much older. This finding implies that the writings could have been inscribed during that period, offering valuable insights into early Christian history. This discovery, if authenticated further, holds the potential to reshape our understanding of early Christian texts and artifacts. The meticulous work of the evaluation panel, chaired by Robert Hayward, has breathed new life into the study of these remarkable metallic books, ensuring that they are given the scholarly attention they deserve. Professor Webb further elaborated on a key detail. Metals forged globally since 1945 contain radioactive polonium due to the fallout from the first atomic bomb test in New Mexico. Therefore, if the tiny lead books are free from radioactive polonium, it indicates they were created before 1945, making them over 100 years old. The test results confirmed the absence of radioactive polonium in the books. Additionally, a metallurgical analysis by the University of Surrey affirmed that the lead was significantly aged, ruling out the possibility of modern forgery. Skeptics had long dismissed these books as forgeries, but recent tests indicate otherwise. The lead was identified as ancient Roman lead, dating back more than 100 years. This lead is highly impure, differing from modern production methods, and exhibits characteristics unseen in contemporary materials. The lead in these books fractures easily and, under a microscope, shows signs of significant aging, such as crystalline impurities and microscopic holes, processes that take over 1,800 years to develop. This evidence strongly suggests that the lead books were indeed created by first-century Christians. With their authenticity proven, these tiny lead books are now deemed worthy of detailed scholarly study. Researchers are eager to explore the kind of information early Christians shared, and this remarkable discovery could provide invaluable insights into their lives and beliefs, unraveling the purpose of the lead books. Now that the authenticity of the tiny lead books has been established, the natural question arises: why were they made in the first place? Religious significance. The presence of sacred symbols such as the seven-branched menorah and references to Jesus and Simon suggest these books held religious significance. They might have been used for private devotion, rituals, or as a means to preserve sacred knowledge. Historical documentation. These books could have been intended to document significant events, teachings, or beliefs of early Christian communities. The inscriptions in Paleo-Hebrew and Aramaic, along with Greek characters, indicate a blend of cultural influences reflecting the diverse environment of early Christianity. Secrecy and preservation. The sealing of many books and the inclusion of forbidden images, such as the seven-branched menorah, imply that these texts were meant to be kept hidden from the general public. This secrecy could have been a protective measure during times of persecution or a way to safeguard esoteric knowledge. Symbolic representation. The symbols and inscriptions might have served as a visual representation of theological concepts or narratives. The depiction of Jesus crowned with thorns and labeled Savior of Israel could be an attempt to encapsulate the essence of Christian faith in a compact, durable form. Cultural and political context. The books might reflect the cultural and political dynamics of the time, possibly linked to significant events like the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. They could have been created by refugees or underground Christian communities seeking to preserve their heritage and teachings. The journey ahead. As scholars and researchers delve deeper into the study of these ancient lead books, they will continue to uncover the layers of historical, religious, and cultural significance embedded within them. This journey promises to enhance our understanding of early Christian history and the profound ways in which these communities preserved and transmitted their beliefs. Unlocking the mystery behind the ancient codices. Scholars have long been intrigued by the enigmatic purpose behind the creation of these ancient codices. The early church's intentions in writing and preserving this information have puzzled many. Adding to the mystery, numerous books are sealed, prompting researchers to question the reasons behind documenting such valuable content only to conceal it. The book's unique binding, with rings on all four sides, has led some to speculate that they weren't intended for study, but rather as talismans. The peculiar letter forms suggest they were written post-135 CE, possibly transcribed from even older sources, indicating a deliberate effort to safeguard them across generations. As scholars delved into the lead book's contents, they encountered astonishing revelations. Philip Davies, Professor Emeritus of Biblical Studies at Sheffield University, was particularly struck by an image that bore a striking resemblance to a Christian icon. He noted a cross in the foreground, with what appeared to be a depiction of Jesus' tomb in the background. Nearby, a small building with an opening stood before the city walls, which Davies identified as remarkably similar to those of Jerusalem. This imagery led him to conclude that the books depicted a Christian crucifixion scene occurring outside the city walls, adding a profound layer to their historical and religious significance. While scholars fervently seek to decode the meaning behind these ancient codices, they harbor fears that the Israeli keeper might be tempted to sell parts of the books on the black market or even destroy them. Despite these concerns, the analysis of these tiny lead books continues unabated. Dr. Margaret Barker, former president of the Society for Old Testament Study, draws parallels to the Book of Revelation, which speaks of a sealed book opened only by the Messiah. She elaborates that other texts from the same era reference sealed books of wisdom and a secret tradition passed down by Jesus to his closest disciples. Dr. Barker underscores that the imagery within these codices suggests a Hebrew Christian origin, hinting at their potential to shed dramatic new light on a significant yet poorly understood period of history. Supporting this view, David Elkington stresses the importance of preserving the collection intact for both its owners and a captivated global audience. Through meticulous study, scholars have concluded that these lead books were crafted as testimonials. They are believed to be weighty documents bearing witness to the truth spoken by the Messiah. Detailed examinations of the book's contents suggest that their characters and imagery were designed to inform people, both past and present, of the impending arrival of a great messianic king destined to liberate his people from oppression. The texts speak of a forthcoming liberation from the current world, freedom from paying taxes to Caesar, and the global dominance the Savior is prophesied to establish. Throughout history, many metallic books have surfaced, some exposed as clever forgeries, while others, like these tiny lead books, have been authenticated. But what secrets do the pages of these lead books hold? Dr. Barker's revelations from the lead books. Dr. Margaret Barker, an experienced scholar familiar with ancient texts, has thoroughly examined the tiny lead books discovered in Jordan and shares the intriguing findings from her analysis. She acknowledges that many pages are too corroded to decipher, but others retain clear inscriptions and illustrations, presenting a challenge for future researchers. These diminutive books, comparable in size to credit cards, contain writings and diagrams cast into the metallic pages, raising the text above the surface. This method means any new text would require a complete recasting, confirming that the copies Dr. Barker and her team examined are original or exact replicas. Dr. Barker shares insights from two specific pages. One, which she dubs the Oracle page, features a menorah with leaves sprouting from its base. The second, called the B page, showcases a stylized bee, similarly sized to a bank card. Another book, roughly double the size, includes a page with a uniquely shaped menorah flanked by growing branches and rows of crosses at the bottom. Initially, the peculiar arrangement of diagrams and characters on these metal pages baffled observers, leading many to dismiss them as mere talismans or nonsensical magic words. However, a breakthrough came when Dr. Barker's colleague, Dr. Samuel Zinner, identified that some words were not cast in lines, but in triangles and clusters. Further scrutiny revealed that certain letters represented multiple characters of the Hebrew alphabet, providing the key to decoding the texts. These findings shed light on the enigmatic contents of the lead books, suggesting a deeper and more complex significance than previously assumed. The intricate depictions and sophisticated writing techniques point to an advanced understanding and intentional preservation of knowledge, awaiting further exploration to unlock their full historical and cultural value. Drawing inspiration from the writings of Ben Sira, a Jewish scholar from Jerusalem circa 200 BCE, Dr. Margaret Barker has uncovered intriguing connections that unravel the mystery of the lead books. Ben Sira's words, "Look out on all the works of God, all of them are in pairs, one opposite," provided a pivotal insight. Dr. Barker discerned that certain simple words arranged in triangular formations had exact mirror images that formed meaningful pairs, each complementing the other. Additionally, she recognized more archaic letters that represented multiple letters in the later Hebrew alphabet. Delving deeper, Dr. Barker identified intricate patterns on the menorah page, where words formed pairs with precise mirror image counterparts around the shape. This structured approach extended to the oracle page, where she identified 21 distinct patterns, each meticulously constructed. Remarkably, the oracle page contained around 200 such patterns, which Dr. Barker believes reflect ancient practices observed in Solomon's temple. She posits that after the nation was displaced from the temple, priests and prophets reimagined and encoded this knowledge into the patterns found in the lead books. The content preserved in these lead tablets offers a window into the worldview of the ancient priesthood, blending reflections on their historical situation with hopes for the future. Many writings within these texts draw from the book of Isaiah, illustrating continuity with earlier prophetic traditions. This synthesis of ancient wisdom and contemporary circumstances enriches our understanding of a pivotal era in religious and cultural history, awaiting further exploration and interpretation. Dr. Barker also revealed that the patterns on the oracle page describe how Adam, the Holy Spirit, Eden, and the Messiah were sent into heaven. The page features complex geometric designs that resemble early forms of what we now recognize as Pythagorean principles. The B page contains names of prophets who lived in exile east of the River Jordan, preserving the ancient wisdom of those times. Both the oracle and B pages depict patterns illustrating the prophets in exile and their memories of the holy city Jerusalem, the role of metalworkers in the temple. The lead books also suggest that the original priests in the temple were metalworkers. Throughout the Hebrew scriptures, metalworking terminology is used, often lost in translation. For instance, seraph, the Hebrew word for refining metals, appears as an item of judgment in scriptures. Examples include Isaiah 1:25, "I will smelt away your dross," Zechariah 13:9, "I will refine them as one refines silver and test them as gold is tested," Malachi 3:3, "He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he will purify the sons of Levi." Isaiah's vision of seraphim in the temple, Isaiah 6:2, is reinterpreted in the lead books, where the term seraph could also refer to smelters. The vision where a seraph touches Isaiah's lips with hot coal, Isaiah 6:6-7, suggests that the angel might have been a smelter. Historical context of metalworkers. Aaron, a metalworker, crafted the golden calf and later the furnishings in the tabernacle. The sacred objects in the temple and tabernacle, such as the menorah, mercy seat, kaporeth, and temple utensils, were made of gold, requiring skilled metalworkers. The lead books indicate that future temples would also involve metalworkers, as mentioned in Zechariah 1:18-21, where metalworkers, horsim in Hebrew, could also mean workers of magic or silent ones. Silence is a recurring theme in the lead tablets. Intriguing patterns and symbols. The lead books contain intricate patterns and symbols that provide deep insights into ancient religious practices and beliefs. Oracle Page depicts heavenly ascensions and contains complex geometric patterns. B Page lists prophets in exile and their memories of Jerusalem, preserving ancient wisdom. The revelation that the tiny lead books date back over 100 years, coupled with their intricate patterns and symbols, has profound implications for our understanding of early Christian and Jewish history. These books not only suggest that metalworkers played a crucial role in religious practices, but also hint at the broader cultural and spiritual context of the time. Insights into ancient texts and historical context. The lead pages provide intriguing glimpses into the tumultuous times of King Josiah, particularly towards the end of the 7th century BCE. Inscriptions on these ancient tablets note that Jeremiah was recognized as a prophet in 622 BCE, a year after King Josiah initiated the purification of Judah and Jerusalem from idolatry, as documented in 2 Chronicles 34:3. Jeremiah's initial vision during this period involved an almond branch, symbolizing vigilance. Saketh in Hebrew also means "I am watching," indicating that Jeremiah was divinely appointed as a watchful figure amid danger to the true priesthood. Less commonly discussed is Jeremiah's second vision, a boiling pot, or more precisely, a pot being blown upon. The Hebrew word used here also denotes a smith at work, prompting speculation about metallurgical activities possibly connected to Josiah's reforms. Reflecting on Josiah's purges, the lead tablets reference a significant dialogue where the Lord appointed Josiah as an assayer and tester among his people. This role involved assessing and understanding their ways, likened metaphorically to a bellow blowing fiercely and lead being consumed by fire. This imagery underscores a refining process that Josiah was tasked with, yet it was futile in removing wickedness entirely. Dr. Barker's examination of these verses suggests that melting lead was indeed part of Josiah's purification efforts. The lead tablet pages further reveal archaic double letters alongside their equivalents in later Hebrew script. Each page typically features 7 such examples, juxtaposing the ancient forms with their more contemporary counterparts, providing a linguistic and historical bridge across millennia. These findings enrich our understanding of ancient religious and cultural practices, offering a nuanced perspective on the interplay between prophecy, political reform, and metallurgical symbolism in ancient Judah. Continued study of these lead tablets promises to unveil more insights into this pivotal era of biblical history. The lead tablets present a complex array of characters and symbolism, offering insights into ancient Hebrew script and religious concepts. Dr. Margaret Barker's analysis highlights several intriguing aspects. At the top of each page are 7 rows of characters, where the initial letter can be interpreted as either Aleph or Yon in the later script, or potentially both. This variability suggests a nuanced approach to reading and understanding the ancient text. For instance, a sequence of letters, Aleph, Yon, Ish, Shin, can be interpreted as meaning a man, or alternatively, a stream, when rearranged differently. Additionally, single letters sometimes carry the meaning of double letters, such as an arm symbol. On the menorah page, Dr. Barker noted another significant discovery. Certain characters can face either left or right. Specifically, she observed characters pronounced as Dalet or Gimel, with 3 instances found. One faces to the right, while 2 on the left are written sideways and face the opposite direction. Amid these characters stands a prominent depiction of the menorah, symbolizing the Lord, with intersecting patterns converging at its central lamp. This intricate pattern suggests a symbolic representation linking the Lord and the Messiah. These revelations underscore the meticulous craftsmanship and profound symbolism embedded within the lead tablets. They provide a window into ancient Hebrew linguistic practices, religious iconography, and metaphysical beliefs, offering scholars and historians alike a deeper understanding of the cultural and spiritual landscape of ancient Judah. Further study promises to unravel more layers of meaning and significance encoded within these remarkable artifacts. In her exploration of the lead books discovered in Jordan, Dr. Margaret Barker unveils profound insights into their symbolism and meanings. On one page, she identifies a letter pronounced as Aleph, appearing 3 times. Additionally, an inverted Greek letter resembling omega consistently represents the vowel O. Turning to the B page, Dr. Barker reveals 3 letters, B, Q, and an R, which carry intriguing interpretations and readings. Returning to the oracle page, Dr. Barker interprets the large menorah as symbolizing the worldview of the temple. The characters positioned above the square and menorah symbolize heaven, while those below represent the earth. Each illustration is meticulously arranged to convey their respective positions within the temple, a distinctive feature of the lead tablets. For instance, a character on the left side of the menorah signifies a shoot or branch. It ascends from the earth area towards the Holy of Holies, symbolizing divine favor. Conversely, when viewed in reverse, descending from the Holy of Holies, the same character denotes divine favor descending. On the right side of the menorah, its mirror word signifies my witness when ascending and the one who knows when descending. These interpretations reveal that the figure known as the branch, identified as the Messiah, serves as the Lord's witness. Entering the Holy of Holies, the Messiah emerges with divine knowledge and favor, echoing the prophecy from Isaiah that designates him as a witness to the people. This insightful analysis enriches our understanding of the lead book's profound significance, offering a glimpse into ancient religious beliefs and their symbolic representation. For more intriguing content on historical discoveries and interpretations, don't forget to like and subscribe.